All right, let's see. Jess is on the line in Spokane, Washington. Jess, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. Jesse from Spokane. Kind of in the discovery stage.
All right.
Madison kind of informed me that I'm a little past that, and I should give myself more credit. So.
Oh, good. Well, Madison knows what she's talking about. So where does that put you? What are we talking about today?
Well, just a little background. I'll be quick, but I've been a diesel tech for the past 20 years. I'm 38, and I've never really been passionate about it, but I've always been really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Always hands-on. But when I was going over my discovery steps, and you always said, "What was the one thing that helps you? Not helps, but that you just forget about time?"
Yeah.
And that's always been coaching competitive youth sports, mainly baseball.
Love it. Okay.
And I've done it for 10 plus years. I have been offered at a time coaching gigs through some of the clubs around here.
Mm-hmm. How much do those pay?
They don't pay very much. It's like maybe $1,500 to $2,000 for the season.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
But it consumes a lot of your time.
Yeah. So
that's where I'm at.
All right, but I understand that's where you think you are, but I think you're further along than that, because if I could offer you the same amount of money you're making now as a diesel tech coaching baseball, you'd jump at it, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, I would.
So how much do you make right now?
I make about 65 a year.
Okay, 65 a year.
That's just me. It's not our combined income, but.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Oh, so what's the combined income?
Just under 90.
Okay, just under 90. And is your wife on board with this dream? Like if you could replace most of your 65 or all of it and go coach baseball, is she thrilled?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She would 100% support that.
Great. Now, do you have any debt?
Nope.
Awesome.
We've been debt-free and Dave Ramsey listeners for about 7 years ago. So.
Way to go. So Jess, I'm going to push you here, because you're in a very unique situation that very few of my callers are in. And that situation is you have the flexibility of financial freedom. You really do. Now, you're still going to have to be smart and make some sacrifices potentially, but with the combined income just under 95 and no debt, the question is, how long would it take you to maybe put some extra money aside and prepare for a move into coaching baseball? And I'm going to tell you where I think you're going to make the money coaching baseball, and that's on the high school or middle school level, and where now again, that's going to be a decision you're going to have to make. But if I look at how does Jess make this money close to 65 coaching baseball, then there's a couple of ways. One is, full-on commitment to try to get in the minor league baseball system, which is going to take a long, long road, and I don't recommend that. But the bottom line is you love coaching young people, young men in the game of baseball. So I think maybe potentially getting the teacher qualifications, and you teach PE or you do something like that, you teach shop. I don't know. I'm just giving you a potential path, not holding you to this. But then you're able to be a full-time baseball coach, and you got some benefits, and you're in the state education system, or you work for a private school. And, I think that's one option. So when you hear that, how does that sit with you?
Good. The qualification, I don't necessarily think you have to be a teacher. I've seen postings for
good
high school and junior high.
But they pay? I don't think they're going to pay full time if you're not teaching. That's what I'm getting at. So so the question is, can you be a diesel tech and coach a high school team? Do you have that kind of freedom?
Yes, I could.
So you could be a full-time diesel tech and also be a baseball coach.
Yeah, my work's pretty good. I would definitely have to make some say. A lot of my time. But can I tell you about my thought of the other route?
Yeah, hit me. I'm trying to get it for you. If you've got it, hit me.
Well, so for youth sports, they have what's called club programs.
Yes.
And there's about 3 or 4 of them, at least in our city, and they have facilities, and they bring all these players in, and they pay their fees, and there's a coaching staff, and it's basically a program. And those were the positions where I was offered money to do it.
So
I'm not sure. I mean, I would rather be in the younger versus the
great,
the high school.
So why aren't you taking those positions?
A lot of it was just the time commitment and for how much they were actually paying. But I guess that would be the sacrifice. I'm sure for a short time I would be.
Yeah, you're going to have to take a chance at some point, Jess. You see what I'm saying? I gave you one path a moment ago that was very specific. Yeah. What I'm trying to do is help you earn as close to that $65,000 as possible and do something you love, which is coach baseball. Now, the other direction is this club thing may just be a start, and if your employer and your work is flexible enough, then you can do that, then it's extra money, and you're debt-free anyway, so maybe you just build that up and stack it up. But in order for you to coach baseball, you're going to have to get in proximity, and those positions you're telling me about, they get you there. The other thing is, do you get involved with maybe a YMCA, or you start working for some local community rec center where maybe you can make that money and you're overseeing several programs, and then maybe you're heading up the baseball program. At some point, though, you're going to have to make some sacrifice, whether it's your time or whether it's your money. But to get into this niche here, you're going to have to decide. And you've got the financial ability to do it. You're going to have to plan for it, but you can do it. And so the question is, what's the best way for you to get closer in the next 6 to 12 months? What can you start doing to where you see yourself on the path to coaching baseball potentially full-time? That would be your homework assignment. And I think you and I have talked about 2 clear scenarios. So the question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then get about doing it. Get about it. You know the path, Jess. And again, you're one of these rare guys who has financial freedom. So at this point, you really don't have any excuses. Get your feet in the water. Try it out. You're not locking yourself in for the next 30 years. See what's out there.